gaining insights into the world we live in today. Get ready to delve into the depths of history with a fresh perspective, right here on Harry Pankabotic's Neo-Historia. Since its 1989 debut as an animated sitcom, The Simpsons has become one of the most renowned and controversial animated TV shows. Its ability to forecast occurrences that mysteriously happen in real life has garnered notice throughout 35 seasons and 760 episodes. Although these forecasts may be coincidences, people are curious how The Simpsons predicted the future. Before discussing The Simpsons forecasts, let's discuss its beginnings. The Simpsons premiered on April 19, 1987, as a 60-second animated bumper for The Tracey Ullman Show. Its popularity caught the attention of producer James L. Brooks and the Fox Broadcasting Company, who gave creator Matt Groening the chance to air the cartoon series as a standalone show. Fox initially worried a full-length series wouldn't draw viewers. 3 7-minute short films and 4 special episodes were made to assist viewers adapt as a trial. The first official Simpsons spin-off episode, Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire, aired on December 17, 1989, as a Christmas special. Counterintuitively, The Simpsons was an instant hit from the start, gaining fans and prominence over time. Each season, it was in the top 30 most popular TV shows. The Simpsons is Fox's longest-running program and the longest-running primetime sitcom in the U.S. at 32 years. Besides television, The Simpsons has appeared in comic books, video games, books, and movies. Besides those listed, The Simpsons has built a billion-dollar product sector selling themed accessories. In addition, Matt Groening named The Simpsons characters after his own family members, using Bart, an anagram of The Simpsons' mischievous youngster, as a placeholder for his own name. Homer, father, Marge, mother, Bart, oldest, Lisa, second, and Maggie, youngest. Their dysfunctional family is full of strife and odd behavior. They have distinct personalities and often appear in Matt's satire on The Simpsons. Apart from character designs, The Simpsons is known for its caustic satire. The show humorously and cleverly criticizes society, politics, history, and Western culture, especially American culture. Springfield, Middle America, is home to The Simpsons. Homer, the family patriarch, is a Springfield nuclear power plant safety inspector, a far cry from his carefree, lighthearted reputation. Meanwhile, his wife Marge plays the role of a typical American mother, taking care of all household chores and raising their 3 children, including the problems of motherhood. The 3 kids are odd. Bart, the 10-year-old eldest son, is mischievous and often gets into trouble. Lisa, an 8-year-old activist, exhibits maturity and likes older company. Little Maggie rarely speaks and communicates by sucking on her dummy. The Simpson family has a dog named Santa's Little Helper and a cat named Snowball too. In addition to them, coworkers, teachers, family friends, townspeople, businessmen, government officials, and celebrities appear as supporting characters. The Simpsons' unique characters and relatable stories make it easy to love and has garnered positive critical and economic success. The Simpsons is one of the best animated shows and has received Emmys. The Simpsons has changed its humor, narration, and animation techniques to adapt to the times. The Simpsons' quality and originality remain high despite these changes. Continue discussing The Simpsons predictions. After 34 seasons and 750 episodes, many of television scenes eerily happened in real life. Donald Trump's presidency, first predicted in Season 11, Episode 17, Bart to the Future, on March 19, 2000, is likely the most commonly disseminated. In this episode, Lisa plays the U.S. president and discusses inheriting a major budget dilemma from Trump. This event initially resembled Trump's 2000 Reform Party campaign. It was remarkably accurate when Trump was elected president in 2016. After the 2016 U.S. election, many speculated using Bart's comment, Being right sucks. And Al Jan, the show's producer, tweeted in 2015 about The Simpsons forecasting Trump's 2024 election victory. When Trump ran for president in 2024, this received notice. The second, equally popular prediction is that the Washington Redskins would win the Super Bowl in Season 3, Episode 14. Lisa the Greek aired on January 23, 1992 for Lisa the Greek. The Dallas Cowboys won again when the production team redubbed the episode to mention the contending teams for that year. After years of accurate forecasts, The Simpsons projected the San Francisco 49ers winning Super Bowl 29 over the San Diego Chargers. Disney's purchase of 20th Century Fox, the parent company of The Simpsons, in Season 10, Episode 5, When You Dish Upon a Star, on November 8, 1998, was the third prediction. In the episode's final, Springfield celebrities gather in front of a building with the 20th Century Fox emblem and a division of Walt Disney Co. These and other predictions demonstrate The Simpsons' extraordinary ability to foretell future events, surprising and intriguing viewers. This was a Simpsons-style joke about its parent corporation. Who would have believed this episode would happen? In July 2018, the Walt Disney Company acquired 20th Century Fox and renamed it, without Fox, the submarine OceanGate, which brought 5 passengers to explore the Titanic ruins at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, disappeared. Another devastating prediction. Fourth prediction. The Simpsons anticipated this in Season 17, Episode 10, Homer's Paternity Coot. On January 8, 2006, Homer believes Mason Fairbanks is his biological father in this episode. They use a makeshift submarine to find treasure on the sunken ship Piso Mojado, but their submersible becomes caught on a reef. Oxygen levels plummet, and Homer loses consciousness. 3 days later, he awakens in hospital. The episode doesn't disclose the sunken ship's location, but many viewers compared it to June 2023's OceanGate submarine, which went missing while exploring the Titanic debris with oxygen levels lasting 96 hours. The Simpsons fans compared Homer's situation to OceanGate. Unlike Homer, who survived and regained consciousness in the hospital, all OceanGate submarine passengers died in an explosion near the Titanic debris. The Simpsons' technical forecasts are next. Season 6, Episode 19, Lisa's Wedding, aired March 19, 1995, with a significant prediction. In 1995, Lisa's boyfriend Hugh tried to make a wristwatch call. This seemed unusual, but who would have thought such technology would exist? The smartwatch lets us make phone calls using voice recognition. This technology debuted in 2013, 18 years after Lisa's wedding. In the same episode, viewers saw virtual communication through screens rather than phone connections, indirectly predicting how technology would advance in the 2010s to allow people to connect via Zoom, Skype, Google Hangouts, and FaceTime, breaking down distance barriers worldwide. Since 1995, The Simpsons foresaw video call services, which debuted 15 years later, in Episode 8 of the same season. Lisa on Ice. On November 13, 1994, Dolph writes "Beat Up Martin" on his Apple Newton device, but his messy handwriting changes it to "Eat Up Martha." This episode predicted and contributed to Apple's future product innovation. Some accounts say that years later, when building the iPhone keyboard, Apple staff realized they needed to improve autocorrect accuracy. The Simpsons' 8th prediction came true in Season 20, Episode 16, You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee. Homer becomes a last-minute referee at the World Cup in Brazil after Lisa's speech. Despite unscrupulous members' bribes, Homer remains an honest referee to honor his daughter. Homer refuses and stays honest, concluding the match fairly and giving Germany the World Cup. As predicted, Germany won the World Cup that year, and FIFA headquarters was seized by authorities for bribery, fraud, and money laundering. The Beatles answering a fan's letter is another forecast. Season 2, Episode 18 aired on April 11, 1991, titled Brush with Greatness. Marge recounts sending a painting to her favorite artist, Ringo Starr of the Beatles, in high school. After decades, Ringo fulfills his pledge to answer all fan letters. Although this prediction was inaccurate, Sir Paul McCartney did react to two fans' emails in 2013 who had sent him a mixtape 50 years earlier. The Simpsons predicted a tragic circus show moment in Season 5. Episode 10, Springfield. Wealthy Mr. Burns builds a casino like Vegas in Springfield, with shows and entertainment on December 16, 1993. In the episode, Anastasia, their animated white tiger, attacks Gunter and Ernst, a performer like Siegfried and Roy. Roy Horn was attacked by Monty Core, his white tiger, on stage in 2003. Although severely injured, Roy Horn lived and was permanently disabled. Many were astonished when the Simpsons forecast came true, but calling it a coincidence is inaccurate. Rewatching the episode shows that the Simpsons satirized wild animals' unpredictability and the recklessness of utilizing them for amusement without regard for their well-being. After Roy's attack, performer safety concerns led to the show's permanent termination. On February 24, 1994, Season 5, Episode 15, Deep Space Homer, included a more renowned prediction. NASA suddenly chooses Homer and other civilians to be taken into space in this episode. Homer contacts NASA about his broken TV reception, but is chosen to participate in the spaceflight to increase public interest in space exploration and Nielsen ratings. Homer gets the flight after training at Cape Canaveral and competing with Barney. However, he covertly smuggles potato chips aboard, infesting his space shuttle with ants. Homer saves the day by detonating the chips and returning to Earth. In 2013, Britain ran a similar contest to send civilians to space, including rigorous interviews and tests at Cape Canaveral. Oliver Knight, a 25-year-old, won a space trip with 23 other winners over 250 applicants. NASA prohibited potato chips and ant nests in space shuttles, maybe because of The Simpsons and their predictions. Many civilians, like William Shatner and Michael Strahan, have flown in space since then. Another Simpsons episode, controversially deemed the worst, appears to have foreshadowed Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance. Lady Gaga visited Springfield on May 20, 2012, in Season 23, Episode 22, Lisa Goes Gaga. Springfield citizens were depressed. Lisa, the most depressed person in town, requests Lady Gaga to teach her happiness. Lady Gaga tries to assist Lisa overcome her melancholy, but Lisa's outbursts show her she can express herself and feel better. After this, Lisa and Lady Gaga perform a duet to cheer up Springfield people, realizing that being yourself is better than trying to be like others. Lady Gaga's animated character comes in a colorful attire with wires and sparkles during their duet, reminiscent of her 2017 Super Bowl halftime performance. Lady Gaga guest starred on The Simpsons to voice her animated version, so this likeness is not a prediction. Maybe she was inspired by that experience and wanted to reproduce it. Lady Gaga used it at her 2017 Super Bowl performance. There are several more Simpsons episodes that anticipated the future, but Itchy and Scratchy and Marge, from Season 2, Episode 9, on December 20, 1990, is particularly intriguing. The Simpsons mock censorship in this episode. Maggie attacks Homer with a hammer, prompting Marge to blame the Itchy and Scratchy show for her behavior, accusing it of copying the cartoon's violence. Marge demands fewer violent sequences from the show. Her protest works, but it modifies the cartoon's formula, turning kids off. Controversial Michelangelo David exhibition tour in Springfield follows. Marge feels urged to oppose the nudity of the exhibition, but as an artist, she sees David as a masterpiece. Marge realizes her hypocrisy and double standards by censoring Itchy and Scratchy, which restricts David's statue's freedom of expression. This revelation allows Itchy and Scratchy to return to its former format and attract viewers. Russians unexpectedly debated whether to cover the David monument owing to its nudity in 2016, replicating Marge's issue. Luckily, their statutory concerns didn't impair their enjoyment of Worker and Parasite, and David remained unclothed. Next, The Mutant Fish from Season 11, Episode 5 EIE. Doe, on November 7, 1999, is predicted. After daring a colonel in a duel, Springfield nuclear power plant worker Homer flees. After moving back to his childhood farmhouse, he farms and experiments. Homer makes Tomako, tomato-tobacco hybrid, using nuclear materials from work. Tomako tastes bad, but many people become addicted to it. Livestock assault the farm to get Tomako, which ends poorly. In 2013, fruits and vegetables near the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant changed badly owing to radioactive radiation exposure. Fulfilling this parody, the mutant produce was not sold and was destroyed, yet it still relates to nuclear issues. In Season 2, Episode 4, 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes on every fish, Bart catches a 3-eyed fish downstream from the Springfield nuclear power plant and names it Blinky. Blinky's appearance prompts a safety inspection of the plant, which discloses nuclear waste and mutations. To keep his business open, Mr. Burns runs for governor. Burns vomits after Marge serves Blinky at a campaign banquet, jeopardizing his political career. While satirizing politics, this episode accurately anticipates nuclear waste and genetic abnormalities. Argentina's 5 fishermen were astonished to snag a 3-eyed wolffish in a lake receiving nuclear power plant wastewater in 2011. Safety and waste management issues arose from this incident. Fish were transferred to government labs for scientific testing and not eaten or sold by fishermen. Season 5, Episode 19 delivered another precise forecast that surprised European viewers afterward. In Sweet Seymour Skinner's Bodice song, Lunch Lady Doris briefly introduces horse meat to Springfield Elementary School lunches on April 28, 1994. Despite its briefness, this moment criticizes many schools' lunches. Doris's behavior prompted a crisis in Europe in 2014, similar to this one, when a well-known food network for bars and restaurants was criticized for mixing beef with horse meat. Next, in Season 10, Episode 2, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, airing September 20, 1998, Homer is inspired by Thomas Edison and wants to be an inventor. In this episode, Homer scribbles calculations on a chalkboard that resembles arithmetic equations. The thematic mathematics calculations succeeded despite Homer's failures. On July 4, 2012, Homer's calculations resembled the Higgs boson particle mass, or God particle. Season 3, Episode 24, Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes?, airs on August 27, 1992. It features an intriguing technology prediction. Inventing a gizmo that transforms infant cries into language makes Homer's half-brother, Herb, rich. Though unlikely at the time, baby translation apps that can analyze infant sounds to comprehend their requirements surfaced decades later. Another moment in The Simpsons. Hundreds of episodes may be discussed for its prophetic powers, but this may be the last. In Season 6, Episode 19, Lisa's Wedding, the teaser showed a digital Big Ben and a spire on the left that didn't match the London skyline. The Shard building completed in 2012, fulfilling this forecast. Located near Big Ben, the Shard building resembles the mystery edifice from Lisa's Wedding episode. Surprising many, Indonesians were shaken by an unfounded conspiracy hypothesis. In Bart vs. Australia, Season 6, Episode 16, aired February 19, 1995, Kalimantan was substituted with Singapore on Indonesia's map. The conspiracy theory claims that global elites want to remove Indonesia from the map for political and natural resource purposes. The IKN, Indonesia Kalimantan Malaysia, project raised fears about foreign investors taking over Indonesian territory. Supporting this theory, no solid evidence supports these predictions yet. Many question if these are literary errors or Indonesia's doom prophecies. Since 1987, The Simpsons has surprised viewers with real-life incidents. This raises the question, are these predictions coincidences, or do The Simpsons have unique insights and viewpoints that reflect future uncertainties through entertainment? The Simpsons has its own appeal, blending reality and fiction and causing déjà vu. Whether their forecasts are accurate or not, The Simpsons writers and crew had foresight. The Simpsons' 30-year run and their observations on cultural and social occurrences may inspire these ideas. Over this time, hundreds of episodes with varied themes and ideas were produced. Not surprisingly, certain forecasts tend to come true. When writing scripts, The Simpsons authors often draw inspiration from real events, public characters, and current trends. In some circumstances, their work may match future events. Note that some Simpsons forecasts are broad and based on social trends. For instance, new technology was often mentioned in social circles before becoming true. Another reason The Simpsons may make such accurate forecasts is its innovative satire and humor. Real events and contemporary trends are blended with comedy to blur the line between fiction and reality. Viewers sometimes focus on forecasts that come true and dismiss or ignore series predictions that fail. Thus, despite The Simpsons' astonishing number of accurate forecasts, this may be attributable to the large amount of creative content produced over the years